Okay, if you've been following the Naziah Harris case, you know this one has raised a lot of questions, and every day it seems like something new comes out. Naziah Harris, at the time of her disappearance, was 13 years old and from Detroit, Michigan. She went missing on January the 9th, and her grandmother, Annette Harris, officially reported her missing the next day, January the 10th. Sadly, her body still hasn't been found. Now, yesterday, Marc, who is a very popular Detroit podcast host, said that he received a call from Shannon Harris' twin sister's boyfriend. The call that he received was to get assistance with removing Shannon Harris' sister from his home. Now, Marc provided details and said that he received the call, and the call was to remove her because it was bringing attention to his home. And I'm going to go ahead and put that clip in here so that you guys can see that.
Hey, y'all got y'all black Air Ones on? So I was contacted by a homeowner in the city of Detroit that says that he has a woman who's living in his house who's acting very strange. And he wants her out. This man has a woman in his house, and she's been acting very strange recently. And he wants her out. This person just so happens to be the boyfriend of one Marquita Harris. And he's been trying to get in contact with me because he wants to do an interview. He said he wants to talk about some things that he knows. And he wants Marquita out of his house. So he called me and said, "Man, I want to interview, and you can actually come to the house and interview me." So in the midst of me making my way over to the house, okay, because Marquita was not there when he spoke with me. Right? But now Marquita is there. And not only is Marquita there, but Shannon is with her. So now, I'm outside the house. My media team is with me. And my good friend Roxy just pulled up behind me.
Okay, so we just heard from Marc, who is the popular podcast host out in Detroit. Now, keep in mind that Marc has been tracking Naziah Harris' story like from the beginning. He has done extensive interviews with almost every member of Naziah Harris' family. He had her father on his podcast before Neziah Harris' father passed away. He has also Shannon Harris has called in. Roxy, of course, has called in, and also there's a plethora of Neziah Harris family that has called into Marc's podcast. I saw yesterday that there were some comments that were circulating on social media, such as, why is Marc involved? Why is he going over there? Well, Marc is involved, of course, because as he just said, he was called to come over there. And I see that Marc is kind of tapped into from a lot of community members from Detroit. They call him for various things. So this is not the first time that he's kind of done an intervention. But what are you guys' thoughts about the twin boyfriend contacting Marc to come and remove her out of the home? Now I do want to get into, because obviously Marc came over there, he was going to remove her out the home. I want to get into when he first arrived over there, what that was kind of like.
Start with y'all real quick. So, you did the interview recently, I guess, and was saying some stuff that she didn't like and prompted an argument, right? But let's just I guess, start where you want to start, man, as far as what you want to say with everything.
Something weird.
Come on, sit over here close to me and shit. So
I don't even know what to say, for real, because I ain't really trying to be in it like that, but this is how it is. But, they just weird, sneaky. You see where they at now? Hiding in the back. Low-key, her brother called me and tried to keep me on hush about whatever they trying to hush about.
Their brother called you.
Yeah, stuff just ain't been right. Man, it's weird. I can't even explain it.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, man, you was telling me a lot of shit, like, I guess the auntie was telling me about what's going on with she told you about how the CPS investigation when the,
Yeah, that was a little weird. So she was over here. I'm guessing they trying to keep stuff on the low because technically she ain't live with her mama. I don't know where she claiming she lived, but that's where she at. But she house hopping, so try to keep that on the low somehow. But ever since this thing got serious, she was over here. Of course, I ain't want her, but she was over here. And one day, CPS, I guess, came to her grandma's house. So it was late. She busted in the door talking about CPS at grandma's house, my mama's house.
put that dog in the room. Can't hear you over the dog.
She like what she said.
Yeah, they already can't hear you.
Oh, so she like CPS at my mama's house. So I get up being nosy. They like, I think they about to take the kids or whatever. So they didn't take the kids because from what I've heard, from what they were saying, was Fortino was there, and B said he has nothing to do with the case. They didn't really go forward with what they were supposed to do, I guess. So, after all that, we at the table. Her mama called Shan. They on speakerphone. And she basically schooling her on like, say this and say that. Use this address when CPS call you, because they already let her know that we about to get in touch with Shannon probably the next day or so, whenever. So she got time to call her, tell her this and that. And it just, even if it wasn't something sneaky, it looks sneaky. Mm-hmm. I don't know nobody that got to call somebody else to school them on shit, especially in that situation. If y'all doing shit the right way, whatever you said it's the same thing Shannon gonna say. You shouldn't have to call her and be like, "Hey, say this."
So it's like they basically covering something up. You know what I'm saying? Telling each other what to say to get away with some shit. Sound like.
They always whispering. I pretty much stay to myself because I ain't got shit to do with this shit and I ain't trying to really be in it. But at the same time,
like, so why are you in it? Because she live here with you. Said you want her out of your house.
Here, and then I got a heart. You know, I care about this situation. You know, and y'all doing shit in my face that's making me feel like what people saying that don't even know y'all is right. You know, so now I feel like I gotta say something because I'm starting to really feel like y'all did some shit. Y'all too secretive coming in this house. Y'all sneaking, like, say shit. If Shannon ain't here, that girl getting up early as hell in the morning. They talking on the phone. She ain't up here. I'm asleep. When I get up, conversation ends. You know, like, I'm really not hearing too much of this and that. It's too...
Okay, that is a lot to take in. Now, he's saying that he believes the twins, Shannon Harris, who is Neziah Harris' aunt, who testified at Jarvis Butt's hearing, and of course we know Shannon and Jarvis has 5 children together, that he's saying that they could be trying to cover something up. The twins could be trying to cover something up. So not only is he speaking about Shannon Harris, but he's also talking about his girlfriend, who is Shannon Harris' twin sister. So he's saying that what people may be saying could be true. How do you guys feel about that? Now, online, a lot were also saying, why would he go to Marc? Why would he go to Marc? Why wouldn't he just go to the police? I have the same questions. Why would you go to Marc? If it's something like this where it's weighing down on your heart and you think, like, man, they could be involved in Neziah's disappearance, why wouldn't you go to the police?
It's too sneaky.
And then
it's other shit that I've literally heard that just don't really make sense. Like, there's been moments where we already got to the point where Neziah is gone. You didn't got a call. I want to say it was from the police officer, brother. But got a call from him saying, you know, we might need to get some money together for a funeral, memorial, whatever he was trying to get money together for. And that girl got the flipping on the phone talking about, Neziah ain't even dead. What the hell? What we need to do all that for? She ain't dead. But you saying it with, like, you know, like, you confident. Like, how you know? We all at the point where she might be dead. Ain't no way. Heck, this girl just disappeared off the cameras this long.
right.
You know, so it's just certain stuff that she ain't said. Then you got Marquita posting stuff on her Facebook that ain't true. More fishy shit. It's like, nah, I'm not fucking with that. Then your daughter told you before she told the father. You know, this man did this, and you, nah, that ain't your dad. You shouldn't have got in the car, shit like that. Then you don't even let your baby daddy know about the situation. It takes for her to go to him and then tell him for all this shit to come out like that. And you knew first. That shit, that's terrible. Like, who want to be with somebody like that?
Yeah, you so you say y'all was I was on the phone with y'all and you said y'all was telling me about how you know, it's this picture that's floating around with Neziah right now, this older guy. Right?
Yeah.
The brother, right?
Yeah.
And then come to find out that dude is Annette's brother, her uncle.
I'm just finding out like everybody else, but
yeah, the story back in the day about, you know, Annette being found in a crack house, and when she was 11, she got pregnant, right?
Now, I don't know if that's true though.
As far as her being found in the crack house,
Yeah,
part.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, maybe what I'm saying is that's a story allegedly, because that was a cover up, because what y'all told me was that she actually got pregnant by her own brother, which is Eric. What's his last name?
Gamble.
Eric Gamble.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm hearing too. I don't know. So pretty much everything that y'all are learning, I'm learning as well. It's not like I'm family. That ain't gonna tell me everything. That ain't gonna tell me. I just learned this stuff just as well as y'all learned it. But yeah, that's what she do. She ain't coming out.
So that's Marquita's son that keep coming out.
Mm-hmm. And it's a lot I can say about that situation. She's not really fit to be a parent for real. I'm sorry to say it like that, but I don't care who get mad.
He took a knife.
It's a lot of shit that boy has done that she don't even really truly
You said what
punish
now?
him for.
The boy
You
took a knife to school. No.
okay? You said her son took a knife to school,
The school right around the corner from Fisher or whatever that school name is.
and she asked him not to report it because she didn't want it on the record.
The lady is a new principal, so he got lucky. I guess the lady didn't want to have to deal with the shit. So he came home, wanted to call Vari, the brother of the girl that's missing. He came home, wanted to talk to her. I wanted to call him to handle some kids at his school. But, you know, as parents, we don't let that happen. But he still didn't explain himself on what was going on. But he decided upon himself to take a knife to school to defend himself, which got him in trouble, got kicked out of school, and really missed half of school. They still passed him because the lady had a heart, basically. And he just took that and just still been getting in trouble left and right. It's so much other stuff. One of them is very, very serious. Like, I don't even really want to talk about it, but it's close to a Jarvis type shit.
Now, what you say? Because I was just over there looking at Roxy. What did you say again? What you just
But
said?
he got a situation as a kid where it's basically like a Jarvis
Who
situation.
you talking about now?
Marquita's son. But it's so much stuff that didn't happen where she's not fit to be a parent. Like, you let your kids do certain stuff and just get away with it. They walk over you.
In the basement. Everything go on in the ditty basement.
Shannon's the oldest one?
The little one.
Oh.
What you say? Well, you ain't on the camera. You can see.
I said he pulled the dick out.
Well, that's the little he right here.
Oh. In the ditty basement.
That's what you mean. That's what they call it.
No, that's what I'm calling
Oh.
it.
But basically, they was at that basement, the same basement
So
that
it's sexual shit going on.
it seemed like it.
He said he done got into it with Jarvis. A lot.
So what? Tell me about your encounter with Jarvis.
Well, basically, he don't like me because he the type of motherfucker that feel like all the women that he talking to, he don't want nobody else talking to him. But even though I'm talking to the twin, he feel like probably because of the situation he been in, you done fuck with both twins, it's fucking with your mind. You see another nigga that's close to the other twin as well as he close to that twin. So it's fucking with him. So I already got a vibe of something wrong with you. And then I already know we gonna get into it. I feel that you don't like me. But I'm the type of nigga that I'm gonna pop up because you don't like me.
So he messed with them both. You messed with them both too?
Yeah.
You have? That's part of it.
Yeah.
What's going on, bro?
When I didn't beg for it or ask for it, it just happened that way because obviously they just nasty like that.
That's why he met her. Where? Did they meet the first day?
Oh. When I met Marquita, when we first went to meet up, it was at the same motel that Jarvis and them, what you call it? Yeah, and I met her on Facebook.
And their first date was at that hotel.
And the first date was at the hotel, the trafficking in?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Auburn County.
Mm-hmm.
So you met her off an app, off a website.
Mm-hmm.
What, some old
Facebook dating app when they first made it.
Oh, the Facebook
See, I
dating
never
app.
did no dating app. Obviously,
It wasn't no back page mogo space shit.
No.
Okay, I'm just you said.
I never even tried none of that shit out. It was just because I already had Facebook and they put that shit on there. So, I tried it out, but ran into her.
Y'all linked up and went to the hotel. The trap that went on Harper and Cotton.
Yeah, terrible. I don't think they here, but they cool. They straight.
That's crazy.
Trust me, it's been way more noise in this motherfucker besides what's going on right now. Okay.
So you say you don't want us to see in that room back there, basically.
If they can come out.
Oh, so let me just say, he said a lot. He said, of course, she wasn't fit to be a parent, that her son had took a weapon to school, and then he also dropped something and said that he's engaged in relations with both Shannon Harris and her sister. Now, keep in mind, he's currently with the sister, but he's letting us know that he's engaged in relations with the sister. Now, how do you guys feel about this? It's a lot going on. Honestly, I think at the end of the day, we all want justice for Naziah Harris to come. A lot more is coming out from this than what, any of us was known to any of us. A lot of people are, of course, praising Marc for the work that he continues to do. The fact that him and Roxy went over there to confront them, recorded this. And some people are giving pushback too, saying, you should leave that to the police. I personally think that it's good that he was able to record this. Of course, he did say that he was asked to take it down. And he's put it back up, he's took it down, he's put it back up. So I don't know where that's going to, if the video is going to stay up, if he's going to keep it down, or if he's going to put it back up. But what are you guys' thoughts? I am going to go ahead and include a clip where he kind of touches on that they agreed, Shannon had agreed to come in and do a interview with him. Also, I do just want to say, if you guys see my logo on the picture, it's obviously because there's activities going on in the video and I don't want to get my video taken down. So that's why I put the logo there. Typically I don't do it that big, but that's why it's there now.
But check it out though. I'm gonna start off by saying this, right? Because there's a lot of people that's wondering, where the live went, why I was taken down and shit. But during the conversation, we came to some level-headedness, and part of the conversation was, hey man, if you take that live down all in the room and shit, we'd be willing to have a sit down and interview on your podcast. Because, I would ask them some civilized questions, as I did in episode 2 when Shannon called in, asking them questions that everybody wants to know. Right? But this was before, we knew everything that we know now. So, yeah, I figured that. That it would be screen recorded and posted. I already pretty much knew, but so y'all seen all of the heated conversations that was had, and then I shut my live off. I really shut my live off because I didn't want to keep putting the camera in Roxy's face, right, or in Shannon's face, as I was hearing the conversation that Shannon and Roxy was having, right, And I know y'all would have liked to hear the whole conversation raw like that, right? But again, as I said when I was live, right, I was giving Roxy the respect of having them conversations with her cousin. You know what I mean? And after the camera went off, you know, I heard even more. I heard even more details that I'll either let Roxy come in and share with y'all, or details that I'll let Shannon herself, right? And Marquita agreed to speak as well. You know what I mean? So I may get both of them, I'm sure, at the same time when that interview happens. Now, I will say this. Shannon, because of course she's involved with the case and has took the stand and all of that type of stuff, she's been advised to not speak about the details of the case, right? So with that being said, although she's agreed to an interview, I don't know if it's going to happen before the trial or after the trial, right? If it happens before the trial, I may put it out after the trial. I might not. I don't know if I'm gonna do that one live. I know y'all gonna get on me about that, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that one live because I heard a lot of things. I heard a lot of things while I was over there for 3 hours and 15 minutes. But I will say it was. Let me see. Let me see if I can find Roxy right quick.
So Shannon Harris has potentially promised to do an interview. Of course, you heard from Mark. He said even if she does the interview, he may not put it up because he don't want to interfere with Naziah Harris' investigation. He's kind of undecided on that. What are you guys' thoughts? Please drop them below. Also, I just want to say I'm completely new to doing YouTube. So if I mess up or something, please show me grace. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you're interested in these types of videos, if you would like to see more. I got started on the Naziah Harris story because I have a website where I do stories. I love reporting. I love writing. I wanted to expand, in getting out on different platforms for brand awareness. I saw the Naziah Harris story, and unfortunately I went down a rabbit hole. I'm one of those people where I like to have all the details to kind of understand the case. So you can also check out my website. I definitely appreciate your support here. One of my bigger platforms is TikTok. I do a lot of videos, on TikTok and on here too. I'm trying to be consistent, so definitely appreciate everyone's support. Let me know you guys' thoughts. It is a lot to take in.